Hello and welcome back to the Liss vlog. What have I been up to in April? Let's see. Well, I did a few craft kits for Easter. This vase of flowers, these Easter eggs which I coloured in, and these Easter paper chains. We put up the Easter decorations, which there were loads of, but didn't actually do much over Easter because of the poor weather. We did watch Watership Down on the Monday though. This month, I've also watched Ordeal by Innocence, a 3-part series based on one of the darker Agatha Christie novels, Equestria Girls' Forgotten Friendship, the first 2 episodes of My Little Pony Season 8, and finally watched the 2017 My Little Pony movie. I've booked up 4 one-day courses for the summer at the Surrey Adult Learning Centre, let's hope they don't get cancelled this time, played on The Sims 4, made Mum's birthday card, drawn out some images to be cut out for cyanotypes, and been to the Performing Arts Library to get more pantomimes to read. I spent 3 days clearing up my room, getting rid of stuff and reorganising. It looks a lot tidier now, but I can't quite finish until I've done the same thing with my stuff in our converted loft, the room I'm in right now in fact. I went to Blythe House again, this time to study some versions of the Jack and Jill pantomime. It wasn't as useful as it could have been, partly because the scripts didn't really give me anything I could be inspired by, both because 2 of the 4 weren't very good at all, and because Jack and Jill themselves were only children in one version, and because the one version that was very good, the original version in fact, was incomplete. When there was finally a sunny day, I did some cyanotypes. Half of them were flowers and plants, and the other half used sand, which I then drew pictures in. The sand ones didn't work particularly well until the last one. Then there were 5 days when it was hot, sunny weather. I spent time in the garden on the swing chair, went to the swings a couple of times, went for a walk in the woods, had dinner in the garden, and went to an NGS garden, which wasn't really a garden at all, and should certainly have not been charged the £5 per person admission. Lucky for them, I'm not writing a review. I have been continuing with my watercolour painting each Saturday, except on the Saturday that I did my cyanotypes. The foxgloves, the spider's webs, and the donkey are all based on photographs of my own. I've also included the pages from my sketchbook where I did tests for each of them. I was particularly pleased with the fence in the donkey one and the flowers in the foxglove one. Last Saturday, when the weather was good, I did my watercolour painting outside and tried out my mini easel for the first time. I did the 2 images freehand. The bird was based on a screenshot from Channel 5's Wild Britain, and the bluebells were based on actual bluebells in the garden. That was my first time painting from real life rather than the photograph. Me and Mum listened to a very interesting programme on the radio called Not My Type, which was about different typefaces and the effect they had. We took down the Easter decorations about 3 weeks after Easter, once the good weather had gone, and got it done very quickly. I have been going to the Nomad Theatre nearly every Tuesday evening since March to learn about as much about theatre in general as I can, and it's been very useful so far. I've been continuing with much the same in my guitar practice, but I've been making improvements to my chord sequences by making sure I hit the right string and pressing my fingers down so the sound actually sounds reasonably decent now. I have read 8 pantomimes in April, and have now read a total of 64 pantomimes, excluding the ones I've read at Blythe House, with 41 of them being different stories. I particularly enjoyed Cinderella, a Victorian pantomime by Alan Brown, 1986, which was full of good ideas and storytelling, Sing a Song of Sixpence by Norman Robbins, 1978, a pantomime story that I've been dying to read, and Dick Whittington by Norman Robbins, 1990, was also really good. I've been working on writing my 5th pantomime, Hop on My Thumb, but haven't got that far with it yet, mostly because I've been spending too much time doing other things. I've decided there will be 12 pantomimes in my collection, with the 3 remaining ones put in another potential collection, that I'll probably never write, which I might collaborate with someone else on. These include Rapunzel, the Snow Queen, Bluebeard vs Blackbeard, and now also Dick Whittington, which I seem to be getting too many ideas for whether I like it or not. That's it for this month. Check out my other videos or leave a comment to find out more about me and what I'm up to. See you next time.